What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, D and Duel commentary. All right, we have a battle of the winged beasts in this match. We got Harpies versus Blackwings. I was really hoping that I'd be able to get for game 2, or I'd be able to get in here for game 2, but they started the new match, which is awesome. We have Sonic Boom 1481 versus Serginho 1468. So we have some good ratings here. Now, if you're wondering, oh, this is OCG too. He's playing Harpies. That is a Cross Souls card, not out yet. If you're wondering why he did the Dark Hole, and he did it perfectly and beautifully, he did it exactly because of that. He did not want to get wrecked by Icarus attack, because if you're playing Harpies, you pretty much always want to have Hunting Ground on board, unless you're playing against like Necros. Like the only deck is useless against. But just in general, you know what I mean? Like he knew that if he threw out the Hunting Ground and then summoned, he'd just get Icarus attacked, and he wouldn't like get any advantage. So you see him going pretty much full YOLO here. Don't fall in the mirror force, okay? And he runs over Harpist. Now Harpist will be able to search because of her effect. She was sent to the graveyard via battle, so she is going to replace herself. Man, I feel like Harpies is just one of those decks, like I wish it was tier 1, because I just think it's an interesting deck. Like I like how the deck, not only does it have Xyz, but then like Harpy Chandler gave it the ability to go into like Draco Sack, and I like the fact that it can potentially OTK with this card right here, the Hysteric Party, and Hunting Ground is just always going to be good. And oh my goodness, oh man, I gotta remember this card. This card is the crazy one. This is the one where you get 3 Harpies cards. Oh, this is the broke one. Yeah, Historic Sign. That card is nuts. So Sonic Boom admits defeat. The problem, even though he was able to get to his Raid Raptors XC, he had no defense. And even if he had defense, it would all have to be chainable. Otherwise, Sergiano would have summoned and just kept blowing his crap up with Hunting Ground. Although he did technically have to blow up his own Hunting Ground, but it doesn't really matter. Like his Harpy stand was about to get way too real, and I think that there's a chance that he could have gotten Chandler out and done some really crazy stuff. Now, I don't know if the deck can still effectively run Draco Sack without Tempest being in the deck anymore. I kind of wish Tempest was still a thing. I feel like, I don't know, maybe they should have just banned Blaster and Tidal, like just left Tempest and Redox, because those are just good cards in their respective, well, not in respective decks, but in other decks. All right, so you see Sonic Boom open up really strong with Whirlwind. Unfortunately, Shura is met with Book of Moon. Whirlwind will not resolve because it cannot check the attack of the monster that is summoned. Thus, it would not know what it's able to get, so it just fizzles. So that was always the that's the Black Whirlwind ruling. Why that card should have never, like, it should have never went to 1. It should have been at 2 minimum. But legitimately around 2010ish, this was like one of the best cards in the game. So yeah. Let's see. He's got Blizzard. At the very least, that'll get him his Shura back. Now, sometimes people search off Whirlwind from Blizzard. Sometimes they don't. Usually you have to run like Vayu and very low level or very low attack. What's it called? Blackwings. Dude, he's just going in. My man just, I'm kind of surprised that he didn't go for a simple Christ, which would have let him draw more cards. Now keep in mind, both of these players can play Icarus attack, so nothing is safe. There's nothing is safe as long as you have a monster on board. I believe he summoned, alright, so he summoned Starlight. It's gonna get that 800 burn damage no matter what, unless his opponent has a breakthrough skill, Fiendish Chain, or he just says, I'm not gonna let you summon, I'm just gonna like solemn it or something. Then he goes for Panaki. Whoops, yeah, is it? It is Panaki. Panaki is the one, I think, when it goes to the graveyard, it searches too. It's kind of like your Harpies, and Blackwings. And he does have that Icarus attack. He can't clear this board out though. This board is still way too deep. Alright, so he's getting rid of both borders. I imagine he does that because it kills his chances of being able to exceed for rank 4. Basically being able to like attack with everybody, then do that cowboy at the end, during the main phase 2 to basically close out the duel. So he is going to take that 800 guaranteed. He's still going to take a lot of battle damage though. And I got to remember this guy's other effects. Okay. Yeah. It depends on when he used the Icarus attack. Well, I guess it's not relevant. His opponent's monster would lose 800 attack and defense, but it's gone. So it's really not going to matter. If he does synchro, again, I believe it is Panaki, the one that if, during the end phase you search, Let's see if it was sent there. Yep, this is the one that searches. Is basically Harpies for Blackwings. Now that was a lot. I mean, Sonic Boom kind of unloaded the house to try and go for game, and he may have been able to get there had it not been for the Icarus attack. But just, you have to know in this duel, Blackwings versus Harpies, anytime your opponent has one monster and a face down, they could potentially break up a play with Icarus attack. So none of your plays are really safe in this matchup. Now Sergio, I don't know, a lot of his main cards are dead here. I don't think Hunting Ground gives you much value here. I don't think Historic Party gives you much ground here, because I believe he only has one Harpies in his graveyard. Chandler can run it back though. You know, I believe Chandler can get Harpie's Pet Dragon, which is 7, and you can make a Draco stack off of that, because I believe she copies the level 2. So, I mean, if he had that combo, he definitely could run it back, because a Draco stack would be incredibly strong right now. But that is, I mean, that's about like the only way I see him getting out of this situation. Well, there's the obvious Regekis and stuff. Oh, he has Monk. Okay. Monk always gets plays started. Alright, so looks like I just assume he'll discard. If not, I probably wouldn't have even summoned Monk. I just would have said it. Maybe try and scare my opponent not into attacking or something. But if you're going to summon Monk, then you're probably going to activate that effect. Now, I do remember this deck used to run Monk because not only did it get your Harpies out, which meant that you could trigger your Hunting Ground via the special summon, but then you could discard, Dispel. You could discard the Dispel, the one that he just discarded. I keep thinking Hysteric Party, but that's not it. It's the other Hysteric card. The one that during the end phase, you get to search 3 Harpies cards. Like, you just pitch that for Monk, you extend your plays during the end phase, you fill your hand back up. It's really, really good. So, what does Surgeon Ho have right now? I mean, the Monk obviously is not going to get the job done. Not by itself. He needs to have a spell in his hand. He needs to pitch it. And if I'm Sonic Boom, I'm like, dude, what do you got? If he's looking at his extra deck for outs, Exoton Knight is an out. Your opponent has 4 cards. You have 3. You can nuke the board. Now, granted, he would be able to search for Panaki, which could get him like Blizzard or something. I mean, that's probably what I would get. Or actually, no, you just get Gale. Just summon Gale, cut Exoton. Well, no, I think Blizzard will probably be better because you get a bigger monster. Blizzard or Gale, either one of those are like instant outs to Exoton. So he discards the Soul Charge for the effect. Now, I don't understand what was so hard about that decision. I mean, it's not like you were going to Soul Charge, because essentially you'd have been doing the same play. He can only Soul Charge for 1 monster. So, why would you even contemplate using Soul Charge when you would have given up 1,000 life points, meaning that you would have been in Cowboy territory, and then you wouldn't have even got a battle phase. So there would have been, like, you wouldn't have been able to clear your opponent's board. Maybe you Castel something, maybe you Black Ship a Corn something, but just in general, you're now in the danger zone of Cowboy. And keep in mind, he has Black Whirlwind. He's literally top decking Ashura away from putting Cowboy on board. If he top decks Ashura, he searches Bora, specials Bora, instant Cowboy game. Get what I'm saying? So like, there was no legitimate reason to even think about using Soul Charge. Unless for some reason you just, like, if you didn't have the Monk, okay, but like, I wouldn't even thought about activating the Soul Charge. I'm not giving up my battle phase and giving up 1,000 light points, putting myself where Cowboy can kill me, unless I'm putting something ridiculous on board, like fucking Cleafort Towers or something, you know, like I gotta have a win condition on board. And against this field, which is good, and this monster again will pay for itself when it dies, I don't really see that happening off of getting 1 monster. You know, now if he had like 3,700 life points, okay, it's different. So he's going for Harpies. And it's interesting. They both have kind of the monster that floats. All right. So Synchro's gone. Dog. You can't attack. You just activate a soul. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. I'm thinking he did use Soul Charge. I'm the one being dumb. All right. So he activates his Harpies to get Harpy Chandler. Dude, the artwork on that card is so good. The artwork on that card alone means Harpies should be a good deck. I'm going to play that on stream, by the way. I'm not saying I'm going to play it tomorrow, but Harpies will be one of the decks that I play within, I don't know, a couple weeks. Whoa, is that a winged beast? Oh my goodness, Castel's a winged beast? That has never been relevant, and now it suddenly is. Okay, we have an Icarus attack. I am not kidding, guys. I have never even realized Castel was a winged beast. Now, don't you have to discard a card for this? Yeah, he does have to discard a card. But it looks like Sergio is going to scoop. I'm not sure if he needed to scoop there necessarily, because you do have to discard. So whatever was in his hand, he would have had to discard it. But in general, he would have lost his Panaki and he would have had absolutely no field. It would have given him a search, but he may have felt like, all right, well, I'm not coming back in this duel. But anyways, good to see Harpies definitely seeing some play. I hope Harpies makes the deck see a little more play. If nothing else, at least on a casual level. Thank you guys for watching as always.